Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to freezing cold England. And I know, although this channel's name is Life in Taiwan, it's currently been switched to My Life in England as I'm here visiting my family, my mum and dad's 40th wedding anniversary and my sister.
Hi!
This is my sister Lorna. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lorna.
As I said, usually my channel will come from where I live in Taichung, but at the moment we are here in freezing cold Wirral, just across the river from the beautifully historic cultural city of Liverpool. And that's where we're heading today. Now, instead of taking the boring option, taking a bus or driving through one of the Mersey tunnels, we are going to be taking one of the most cultural methods of transport available to us here in Liverpool. We are taking one of the world famous Mersey ferries across the river to Liverpool, where we will be taking a look at Europe's oldest Chinatown. But first, let's go get tickets before this guy who's behind us comes and steals my camera. That's all right. Whoa. Okay, so we are on the ferry now, currently making our way across the River Mersey. Now, I've got a question for my sister. How long has there been a route across the river from Wirral to Liverpool?
1900.
Okay, this is the second take of the video, and the first time she did say 1900, but then I told her actually there's been a route from the Wirral to Liverpool since the 12th century. It's going to take us about 10-15 minutes to get across the river. When we pull into Liverpool, we'll be taking a walk through the city centre up to Europe's oldest Chinatown in search of a bubble milk tea. See what my sister thinks of Taiwan's national drink and show you some more of this beautiful city. But as for now, bit of music, bit of B-roll, take a look around this beautiful ferry. That flag is what's known as the Red Ensign, also known as the Royal Merchant Navy's flag, can only be flown by Merchant Navy ships. And that flag is what's known as the Union Jack, often commonly referred to as the Union Jack because it can only be called that when it's on a ship. Otherwise, it's known as the Union Flag. I am just a fountain of information, right? People get bored of seeing me, that's all. Okay, so the education continues and we are currently stood in front of Liverpool's Three Graces, three famous buildings. What's the names?
The Royal Liver Building, the Cunard Building, Liverpool Building.
The Port of Liverpool Building. Now, the most famous of which is the Royal Liver Building, which is the one right at the back. And if you look on top, let me see if you can see, right there, that's one of the liver birds. Now, the building has two liver birds on top, and there's a bit of a story behind the liver birds. The one that's on this side looking out over the river, that's said to be the female, representing the women of Liverpool looking out over the river, over the sea, waiting for their sailor husbands to come home. And the one on the other side of the building, which is looking out over the city, that's the male, said to be watching over the city, looking back from the sea, waiting to come home, looking after their wives. And there's an old wives' tale that says, if the liver birds were ever to fly away, the city of Liverpool will cease to exist. Whoa, okay, so Chinatown is about a 20-minute walk away, which of course we could do, right?
Yep.
Could do it, but the cultural lesson continues. I wanted to show you the back of a Liverpool black taxi, which very different to the yellow American style taxis you'll find in Taiwan. And just look at all this space we've got. Look at this. Whoa, see? And these taxis are also great for sleeping on the floor when you've had a few too many on a Friday night, which my sister used to love to do. Anyway, the search for bubble milk tea continues. Let's get ourselves to Chinatown. Alright. Yeah, but you look like you're like hovering around me. I want you to be next to me.
I'm next to you, but I'm that short.
Okay, so we've out of the taxi now and just a short walk down the road to Chinatown, where hopefully we maybe will find a bubble milk tea. And as we're walking, I thought I'd address the elephant in the room, because this channel is called Life in Taiwan and we are going to Chinatown. But there isn't a Taiwan town to be found anywhere, and I thought I'd let you know a little bit about Chinatown here. It began around about the middle of the 19th century when a company called the Blue Funnel Shipping Line opened up a route between Shanghai and Liverpool, bringing in cotton, silk and tea. Then around about 1866, more and more people started coming from China and other Asian countries. So some enterprising individuals decided to open up certain businesses specifically catering towards those Asian people coming in on the ships all the way from the east. Interesting, right?
Yes.
Did you know that?
Nope.
No, neither did I until about an hour ago when I Googled it. Okay, so as you can no doubt see, we are here, Nelson Street, Liverpool, also known as Chinatown. And right behind us is the huge gate that signifies the entrance to the street, which I actually have a little bit of information on. Of course. What year was the gate built?
1900.
No, the gate was actually commissioned in 1999 and opened in Chinese New Year, the year 2000, and it actually has 200 dragons hand carved into it, 12 of which are pregnant. Any idea why they're pregnant? What does it mean?
New life.
Not bad. Prosperity and good relationships between Liverpool and Shanghai, which is actually a city that Liverpool is officially twinned with, and where the gate was built before being shipped in about 2,000 different pieces over to Liverpool. But I have to admit, it's a little bit depressing here. There's not much signs of life, and I think it's more of a weekend evening type thing where people will go to restaurants, come to eat Chinese food, and there is not a bubble milk tea shop to be seen anywhere. But I did see a Chinese supermarket down the road, so maybe we'll go take a look at the Chinese supermarket and ask in there if they know of anywhere in the city we can get our hands on a bubble milk tea for my big sis. Let's go to the supermarket. Okay, so we've just left the supermarket. No bubble milk tea there, but we did pick up a couple of fruit beers that I'm going to try with my mum and dad later in the week. And my sister has some great news.
I do think there is a bubble milk tea, a bubble milk tea shop in Liverpool 1.
Okay, yeah, Liverpool 1 is a big shopping centre. Apparently, there's a bubble milk tea shop in Liverpool 1. We're probably going to pay through the nose for it, but got to get some bubble milk tea. Got to get my sister trying it. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, so we've arrived at Liverpool 1 now, the shopping centre, where we've been told by Google there's a bubble milk tea shop. And as you can see over my shoulder, they're currently erecting the Christmas tree. Exciting stuff. Okay, we did it. We came to Mubu Bubble Tea and we found original Taiwanese style bubble milk tea. And we got one original classic Yuanwei Zhenzu Naicha, and my sister chose her own. What did you go for?
Passion fruit with a lychee.
Passion fruit, bai xiang guo with lychee. Lychee, what is lychee in Chinese? 荔枝, zhenzu. So, there it is. Which one are you going to try first?
Your one.
Okay. Lorna's going to try the original zhenzu naicha, can you say?
Zhenzu naicha.
Woohoo! Nice. No, you got to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Is it sweet? You've got to describe it now. Use your best descriptive.
Jelly?
That's what that is. That's bubbles. That's tapioca balls.
The tea's actually nice.
Yeah, and?
But that's gross.
Gross!
It's not. Oh, it's not that bad now that I've swallowed it.
Hello. It's pretty, apart from the price, it's pretty good. For those of you that are not in Taiwan watching my videos, those of you overseas, let me give you a little bit of a story about bubble milk tea. It actually originated from Taiwan in about 1986. There are several different stories online, but what I can find is that it started in a tea house called the Hanlin Tea House in Tainan, and then became much more popular in Taichung before spreading out across the rest of the country. And if you go to Taiwan now, you will undoubtedly be offered a cup of bubble milk tea within your first few days. And I have to say, my sister's reaction when you first get those tapioca balls into your mouth, hello, was my exact reaction when my co-teacher first got me a cup of bubble milk tea. And 10 years later, I had the same anticipation that my co-teacher had when she first handed me the drink, because it's pretty funny watching someone try it for the first time. So, cheers. You're gonna try your other one? Wow. Okay, that's interesting. So the balls in this drink are not the same as the tapioca balls in the original bubble milk tea. They kind of pop in your mouth. Hello. A little bit like the salmon roe that we eat with sushi. A little bit like the same feeling of that, but of course, much sweeter. Okay, so there you have it. We managed to find bubble milk tea 9,000 kilometers away from my home back in Taiwan. And I have to say, it's way better than I was expecting. I would give it a 9 out of 10 compared to the bubble milk tea back in Taiwan. The fruit tea, very different. I guess that's more tailored towards a Western taste. But as for now, time for me to wrap up this video. Thanks for coming with me and my sister on this journey around Liverpool and Chinatown. If you're ever in Liverpool and you fancy a bubble milk tea, get yourself down to Mubu on Wall Street. But as for now, time to say goodbye. I'll see you next time in my life in England. Peace. Bye-bye.
Bye.